Alright, so once again, we can see another example of how awesome the Google programmers are. Google programmers are legendary, right? People find out you used to work for Google. Oh man, we'll hire you, right? And a lot of people, their dream job is to one day work at Google so that they can create great products like this. So this is YouTube. I just uploaded a video. It's set to private. And this is something that I see quite frequently. You go to the page, doesn't say anything, just have this circle with the exclamation. There's nothing below, no video title, and then look at the right side of the screen. All of these things are all grayed out, won't load, right? If you go and you hit the refresh button, same thing, same thing. So they definitely seem to have some caching issues. I've seen it exhibited in different ways. For example, when you make changes to your video, you go and you do edit and then you save changes. Then there's this like delay. If you try to move away from the page, it says, oh, you're gonna lose your changes. Why? Why does it take so long to just save some changes? There should be a smoother approach to that. But then even after you wait a little bit and then you go, the changes may not be reflected. Sometimes you change your thumbnail, it doesn't get reflected. You may have to change it again. There's some really bad caching issues. So once again, we can refresh, will not load. Even look at the very top of the page. You can see the circles are all grayed out. So let's try some trickery here. Let's do duplicate tab and see if the duplicate loads. It does not. Let's try an incognito window. It's gonna grab the URL, open an incognito window. Here's the incognito window. Let's paste and go. We still have the circle. We still have all this stuff grayed out on the right, nothing on the bottom. Now, if I open up a new tab and I just type in youtube.com, I can pull it up fine. There's YouTube, it's working, no issues. Here's the video. Video plays back fine. Now go back to this newly uploaded video, and there's the link. And not only does the video not load, but again, all the stuff on the side, the entire page is dead. Not just the video. YouTube, when you try to load this video, it completely shuts down the entire web page. Incognito window, normal window, doesn't matter. Now if I change the link, because you see the link is set to, got some arguments going here, so let's get rid of those arguments and get to the root URL, which should be this. So that should be the base URL there. So let's go ahead and click on that and see if that works. Probably will, or maybe not. Again, once again, incognito window, newly uploaded video. Why does this kill the web page, right? This is youtube.com. Google web developers built this website that loaded up under the Chrome browser. Chrome browser. An updated Chrome browser, right? The latest version. And just to be clear, this is Google Chrome. So we're trying to load a Google website, youtube.com, using the Google Chrome browser, so their own browser, and cannot load the video. But beyond the video, the video link itself shuts down the entire page, right? So however they develop that page, the actual source code, the way it's structured, is in a way where the rest of the page is somehow dependent on the videos. Like something wrong with the video, the fact that it's new, maybe it's in some queued up stage, maybe there's a bug where there's several processing stages where it'll upload like 480p and then 720 and so on and so forth. Maybe during the first iteration of that, there's a bug where the video won't load, or there'll be no error message saying it's not available. You just get the stuff we're seeing, but somehow the rest of the page is dependent on that. It's almost like it's a imagine if you have in your program where you have a couple of things that's supposed to happen, and until one thing occurs, the next thing doesn't happen. So it's kind of like it's waiting, right? So you have the program stand by or pause or just wait until something happens, right? Process video to HD, right? Then once that happens, then you move on to the next line of code, and eventually you get the rest of the page loaded up. That's what it looks like to me. So the browser was actually not up to date. It is up to date now, so let's refresh it or relaunch it and see what happens. Okay, so we just relaunched it. So it just did another update apparently. It wants us to relaunch once again, so let's relaunch. It says nearly up to date, relaunch. I'm telling you, man, Google programmers, they're the best. They're the best. I understand why it's great to have Google on your resume, because these are the types of, companies want people that develop websites and browsers that do things like this. This is like, yes, we would love our products to not work. Anyway, let's relaunch it again. Version 3538102, relaunch. So we have identified an infinite loop. All right. Genius. These guys, Google only hires the best. So I'm going to not use the relaunch feature. I'm going to completely shut down Chrome. And let's make sure none of the Chrome processes are still running. So you can see here in the C's, there is no Chrome. Now it wants us to do another update. It's asking for administrative permissions. That's probably what it was stuck on, but it didn't prompt us for this previously. Now I'm guessing it's gonna finally work.
We have
to separate radio waves into analog and digital. And then when you're talking about post-digital signals, it gets even...
Well, when I said it'll work now, I mean, it's not gonna be giving us the update infinite loop anymore. But let's double check. All right, checking for updates, 3538.110. And this takes a really long time to check for updates. I mean, I've edited out so you don't get this real time how long this takes, but I've been waiting for a while. I mean, as I'm speaking, you can see it's still spinning, and I actually cut out a bit of that as well. So it took much longer than you're seeing it right now. So this page is supposed to show the latest version, because I wanted to see, because this thing is taking so long. It's still going. So I went and Googled. I had enough time to Google this. So it says the latest version for Windows should be 3538.110. So that is the version that I have, but for some reason it's still checking for updates. So I don't know what that's all about. All I know is this page is still broken. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is try to actually pull up the video from my account. So actually I can't even click on stuff. I'm trying to click on YouTube, that doesn't work. Okay, so that works. Of course, these buttons don't work. All right, so this page actually looks like it never completed loading. Somehow something stuck that's holding everything up. So by me clicking on the home button, that enables the page. Now it's functioning again. Now I have this option available. So I was actually logged into another account and the video was private. So what was missing is it should have said private. So that seems to be what the bug is. If you try to, you guys can try to replicate this. Try to open up a private video when you're logged into an account which does not have access to see that private video, and perhaps a freshly uploaded private video as well, because the private video definitely works. I mean, I've seen the warning. It'll say video was unavailable or something like that. But somehow there's a bug where you're trying to do that, instead of getting notified that it's a private video or something like can't load, everything shuts down. So here's the actual video. So the video, I can load it up from my page, and you can see it is a private video. If I click on this, let's see what happens. View on YouTube. Oh yeah, I am so rich right now. So now you can see the video plays fine once I'm logged in to the actual account. So I'm gonna keep this page open while I change accounts and see what happens. And there you go. Video disappears. The rest of the page doesn't load. All this stuff out here is broken, right? Top web developers in the world working at Google, and this is what they released to production. Google, with all the money they have and resources, this is live in production, and this is one of the many examples of this kind of wonderful undocumented features. Yes, so yet another example of why Google programmers are legendary, right? If you see somebody with Google on their resume, you need to hire them and pay them top dollar, because this is the quality of work that they will deliver for your company. And trust me, this is how you want your web page to run. Customers love websites that do unexpected things like this. It's like an adventure. It's kind of life is for many people boring, right? We don't have these, amazing lives where we travel the world and, just living like Casey Neistat, right? We don't live like that. Most people, their lives are boring. They go to work, they come home, wash the dishes, they cook dinner, go to sleep, go to work again. You know what I mean? So when we want to go and look at our account balance or whatever the service you offer, we want to have these undocumented features that'll keep us busy for hours on end trying to figure out how it works. So great job, Google programmers. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, click on the like button, subscribe, and comment below and let me know what you think about Google programmers and why they are so legendary and why there's all this fuss about Google, he worked for Google. Do people really, are they really looking at the quality of work of the programmers at Google? Or are they just getting caught up in the name? It's in the name. I don't know. You guys tell me. Comment below.